What is up, folks? Welcome back to another episode of our Ulm playthrough, where we have made leaps and bounds, and we are the 40th score nation in the world. So strong. Life's pretty good in the hood, guys, apart from aggressive expansion, feels bad, man. But I have to tell you guys that as it happens, last episode we annulled Munster's alliance with Cologne, and he's looking uber vulnerable right now. So I think we could get away with taking this 5 development province, and that is what I intend to do. Now, I'm wondering about a bit of a cheeky Diplo annexation of Brunswick in the future. Right now, he's reduced down to a 5 development province himself, and it'll be interesting to see if we could get a Diplo vassalization, and that would allow me to take the Brunswick area for very low aggressive expansion from Brandenburg in the future. And this area is, it's a beauty, mate. It's a beauty. So I'll definitely think about that one. Now, we're one over our Diplo relation slots, and I think I'm content with that. As far as my rivals, I really honestly can't really decide, guys. So I think we'll just go ahead and chuck it down on Salzburg. Yeah, who we have a truce with. But, oh damn, he's got a good ruler himself. In the previous episode, at the end of last episode, we allied Austria, lads. Beauty. Absolutely beautiful. So here's hoping we can maintain this alliance, and I am going to go ahead and chuck down I'm going to offer him military access, try to improve relations with him ASAP. Yeah, and also let's try to improve relations with Wolfsburg to actually integrate him. But that's going to be a little bit difficult. So I think we've done everything that we actually need to do whilst we're at peace. So let's in fact go in and nab this little cheeky province here from Cologne. That'd be really good. Now, I wanted to address any jelly haters who think that my Australian accent is terrible. Right? I said in last episode that Australians say sex and they say milk, right? As opposed to 6 and milk, right? And some people, well, they have the audacity to not comprehend that I should be a voice actor, to be honest. Look at that. We're going to have to wait, but I feel like we can get away with that. Yeah, so for example, right, I would say, hey mate, can you go down the shops and just grab us 6 bottles of milk? Right? Whereas an Australian would say, hey mate, can you go down the shop and just grab us 6 bottles of milk? Right? Nailed it. Tell me that doesn't sound Australian, okay? Everybody and their mum would, if they had to guess, they'd just say I was Australian, okay? I pretty much am Australian, alright? So I know what I'm talking about. Whatever that means. But just trust me. Okay? Kiwis, they say Australia. And by the way, I don't have a good Kiwi accent either, so there you go. They say Australia. And Australians say Australia. Apart from that, exactly the same. I hope these Unsparkians don't actually revolt while I'm sieging down this fort. I don't mind if they revolt later on afterwards. But yeah, we're really pushing our aggressive expansion to the max here, guys, and that feels bad, man. That's really this region in a nutshell, so we're not really going to be able to be up to all that much after this, I'm sorry to say. But this war against Cologne, I think, is going to be profitable, especially if we can peace out before the other war that is fighting, Trier, I think. Because maybe I don't know. I don't think so. Trier can't really weaken him. But at his current size... Look at this guy's 3.27 from trade. Nice. And that should increase here. 3.28. Oh, leaps and bounds. At his current size, he's going to give us a little bit from... because his loan size is significant. So that's cool. Give us that cheeky money, mate. Appreciate you. Now, for those of you who don't know, when the institution is not increasing the cost of my technology. Ooh, reputation. Not bad, actually. Let's see what else we have here. Yep, we'll take the rep. I'm a big fan of just abusing the heck out of the age bonus here, boys. Falling really far behind. Alright, so this is weakening this province. Of course, to embolden the mighty Ulm. Wow. We already have a church here, so feels good, man. Feels good, man. Definitely feels good, man. See, I don't even have the funds to build this workshop. If I had funds, that would go, of course, to something else anyway, like a temple. So I'm really not... don't spawn on Spark. Just give me the frickin' siege. Siege him, please. Oh no. Oh no. So be it. I think this guy's going to pass away soon anyway. So we'll take these points. And then I think we're going to have to operate with a bit of a useless ruler for a while. But at least we can... I mean, we're far ahead, obviously. And we can chuck the 4 in military. It's above average in military. No big deal. But got to take those cheeky monarch points, mate. It's all about the cheeky monarch points. This game, that's pretty much EU4 in a nutshell, to be honest. Biggest disappointment coming from EU3. I was like, oh man, this is like a better EU3. Plus monarch points. That's okay. I forgive you, game, for being bad. Shots fired. Yeah, we could do some cheeky transfer trade power. That'd be good. But of course, we're gonna wait here in this from attrition. So let's avoid attrition. We shouldn't be suffering attrition here, should we? No, of course not. Wolfsburg is ours as well. So we shouldn't be suffering any more attrition. Let's reduce that. State this beauty up. Which probably put us... Yes, we're no longer over a force limit, so that should have been pretty economically viable. A nice little cheeky move. God dang it. Okay, I was hoping Unspark spawned... Yeah. On top of us. So we didn't get the need of one from river crossing. And I think actually we'll just turn our maintenance down because that's brutal to deal with. But it's not so brutal to deal with once we take the cash. The sweet, sweet cash from Cologne. But of course we're waiting here to... Oh, there it is. Be under the threshold. Just sipping on some coffee, guys, forgive me. Of coalition. There we go. Nice. So pretty much everybody around us is at like 49 or so. Aggressive expansion. Pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. But we got that sweet cash. Let's go ahead and... Now, if we drop it here, the church, it's going to increase over time, up from 0.1. But maybe the marketplace is more valuable. Probably not. I think they're both quite bad, actually. I think they're probably both quite bad. I'm just going to have a bit of a threshold of cash here. You know what? That workshop probably is actually pretty valuable for us. Look at that 15. Chuck it down on cloth. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to expand on. Ooh, 34. The greatest. Which gives us the reduced construction cost as well. Gonna go ahead and take that for -5. And then, oh, the 0.58. That's what I'm talking about. 2% tax is okay, but I kind of don't want the reform, honestly, because then we get reformed upon and then we have to decide. We'd probably just go Protestant, but at this rate, I mean, at the point that we flip Protestant, that's when it's all ogre with Austria. If we've been expanding as well. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Get that tax. 2% tax. And yeah, how about we develop Onspark again? We now have this modifier for 10% reduction. And we have the estate and that. We're now far ahead in our admin, and we don't have anything to spend it on because our aggressive expansion is high. So boosting our admin here is going to improve the economy nicely. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. It brings a tear to my eye. The southern Germany. Oh, mate. 34, 30, 20. Feels so good, man. Feels so good, man. It's beautiful. Now, this area is really nice with Nassau. We got a truce for him. It's woods, which means developing it is not so nice, and Frankfurt is also really good going into the mid game and then tapers off. But Frankfurt's a little bit problematic as it's an independent city. But this province would be really nice because copper's going to spike up in price, and 3 is not so bad as it is, as it stands. Yeah, I guess I should be fabricating on him. We got a truce with him for 6 more years, but we'll get there eventually. Now, Franconia, how does this area look? It's just Nuremberg. That's right. It's just Nuremberg. So I might have to give this guy a gift, and I feel a bit poor in doing that. But as you guys can see, we only have about 33 increased relations. We get 3.3 increased relations with those two modifiers tapering off per year, so the gift would definitely move things along big time. Big time. Power projection's beginning to diminish, but of course... Oh! Bavaria's getting ripperinoed. Huh. I wonder if there'll be anything left. Yeah. Salzburg is bringing in Bohemia for land. He's going to give Bohemia land. I've got a feeling there's not going to be anything left, but you know what? Salzburg will probably have his land returned, demanded to be returned by Austria. Let's get some cheeky claims on Bavaria. That's something, of course, I could have done, but oh, he's no longer a valid rival. Really? Really? Munster seems like a pretty obvious choice. Mainz. If Mainz spawns here, we could jump in and rip his face to pieces. Oh, this is already over. Alright. That was cool. That was faster than I realized. Yeah, I could maybe Augsburg will spawn. I've got too much going on. There's too much on my plate. There's too much on my plate. I can't attack these guys because the warning from Austria, guys, and the aggressive expansion. We're pretty much just chilling right now, really. Wow, we can actually take that hit here, and I think they're still loyal. It's not doing anything for us anyway right now. Not overly, not hugely doing anything for us. I'll remove this edict when we can. Bavaria's a valid rival again. We should probably vassalize Bavaria now. Especially if he keeps all of this. Look at that. I definitely think vassalizing Bavaria is the way to go here in the future. But let's just rival him anyway. Because if he becomes invalid... If it becomes invalid, it's beneficial for us. Now let's just check. Will Austria help him? Yes, he will. Damn it. Because that's a good show strength maneuver, cheeky maneuver right there. Again. But we're not going to do that, are we? We do like to show some strength once in a time in a while. As painful as it is, I want to reinforce my army a little bit here before I build another building. Been using 2 mercs here, guys, to be a little bit more manpower oriented. Definitely comes at a cost. There's no doubt about that. Now, Westphalia is an amazing region. It's actually 5 province large region, which has coal. Also has the cloth in these 2 provinces. Now, cloth is a it's pretty average, slightly above average in price, but it also gives you reduced development costs as a modifier on the province, which is beautiful. I love it. I love it. So it means it's artificially better than it is, right? Because you can get the development higher for reduced costs. Okay, so we can keep our boy around. He's 61. Damn it. I'm just going to abandon him, guys. Let's get a Republican tradition up. He's going to die anyway, I know it is. We're going to spend 10 tradition here, he's going to die. Let's just roll some Avo. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's just roll some Avo rulers, which at least they have the military, above average military points. And he's garbage, as to be expected. And we're going to be rolling for... It's when a guy's really young. We're looking for somebody who's really young that we can keep around for ages. That's what we really want, really. Oh no, Bavaria's making friends. How inappropriate. Alright, now that we're no longer reinforcing, the economy's looking much better. Build up our army. Because we get favors and so on with a stronger army at a faster rate with nations like Austria, who at this rate are not giving us any favors at all, lol. Oh! Okay, the war is on with the... I didn't even realize Poland... Well, you guys know what I'm saying about the whole aggressive expansion thing. There's no way we can diplo-vassalize that guy with that kind of 43 modifier. But maybe it's plausible going into the future. A little cheeky diplo-vassalization of Brunswick, that would be nice. Alright. Turn the maintenance down. Make the moolah. It's 11 development, okay. So I've got an idea. My plan is to take this province and vassalize them and then give that province back, and it will cost less diplo points overall. Unfortunately, we'd have to fight Ravensburg to do that, and Ravensburg's got some favors with us. Maybe Württemberg is part of our area here of Lower Swabia. I wonder if we can pull this off in terms of aggressive expansion. It's only 8 development. I think by the time the war's up, we could see. Let's wait till we're like neighboring him. By the time the war's up, if we can't take it then, we could take it soon after. And it would be nice to get this, guys. It would be nice to get this because I think maybe it doesn't happen retroactively. I hope it does. But I think because it's part of our region, it will get the development cost reduction here in Württemberg. And yeah, it would be nice to develop Württemberg up a little bit just because these ones are becoming a bit expensive. It is woods and it's a pretty low tier province, but it will be economical because of our stacked bonuses. Alright, can you... I hate it when they do that. Ravensburg, just go away, dude. I don't need to stop for attrition here. Alright, after stack wiping Wurzburg, we have the numbers on our side, which is very nice. Cologne did, in fact, lose his capital. Trier maintains Mainz, which seems remarkable that Austria couldn't ask for that back. I'm surprised. So this is actually what our relations would look like if we gave a gift to Wurzburg. So we'll consider it. But 25 ducats is a lot for us. Trade efficiency 5%, domestic trade power 10%, 3.51. Oh, 4.12. Oh, we're rich, lads. We're trading. We're just the best trader around. Sipping on my coffee. We're actually, yeah, doing surprisingly well in trade. Remember, we got a lot of people giving us trade there. I mean, it's whatever, but we're a little guy. Our trade is actually almost becoming our highest source of income. I'm pretty impressed, lads. And that's saying something because, I mean, our taxation is pretty good. Like, we've got 2 temples and 2 highly developed provinces. I am actually, in all seriousness, I'm quite impressed about how much trade we're actually getting in this. It's not a dead region, let's be honest, but it's hardly a pro-trading region here, and it's very early in the game, but we're just the best. So, this guy would, in fact, have the relations if we give him the gift. Otherwise, we'd have to wait for a while. Yeah. But we might just wait. The waiting does cost us a diplo point, I'm sorry to say, but we are far ahead in diplo points. And I think my plan is to actually abandon Ravensburg after this war, honestly, guys. Because we're going to have to be at war with him anyway. So that will sort out our being over our relations issue. For now. Probably won't last long, honestly. I'm going to go ahead and take this modifier because it's going to serve us well. But I hesitate to take that because it only lasts 25 years and it's actually really good when you have manufacturers because they're so expensive. But I think we'll be able to take decent advantage of that. It also increases the time or reduces the time that it costs to build by 10%. But those bonuses are nice. I mean, how much is this worth? Check here. 0.31. That's a good investment, dude. Let's get it up and running. 10% reduce aggressive expansion. Feels good. Feels really good. That's a problem. There's no doubt about that. That's definitely a problem. So we'll have to sit on this for a little while. Oh. We're just gonna take it for what it is. 5 Republican tradition there. I'm not gonna lose 10 tradition for stability, guys. The stability, it costs us admin points, and we get way more admin points if we're efficient with our Republican tradition. That's the, I mean, Republics are OP like that. Stickity stack wipe to fight him. Get stickity stack wiped upon. We're just too brutal. You know? Ulm, OP, nerf. Please nerf. Most OP nation by far. You know, they've been broken for so long as well. The Paradox just doesn't do anything about it. So, am I missing something with these? Can you take 2 in one area or something like that? Maybe you can. I don't know. I know that you can change it, but it costs you 10 corruption, which is a lot. But maybe I know they increase the cost each time, right? But maybe you can take 2 in one area for increased cost, and it puts you back behind. Because I'm a little bit confused as how this is absolutism focused. And it's like, dude, if you rush it, it's way before the age of absolutism. But anyway, I'm a noob, as you guys know. It's almost like I've never played this game before in my life or something like that. Nice. Relations are looking good with Wurzburg. Hopefully we can begin to integrate him eventually. Alright, Milan's dealt with this fool. Let's get out. It's all about that cash, without a doubt, and short truce time as well. Aha, 40 ducats. Milan got most of it. That's okay. Alright. Waiting for a little while. And let's go ahead and get... I don't have access. The Palatinate's on Ragusa. Medium enthusiasm. He's got 0 troops. Okay. Try to piece him out when we can. So our warning comes down in 4 years' time, but it's not too good for us, guys, if our... Keep the clergy happy, get that papal influence there, because I'd like to get the inflation reduction, which of course does not cost admin points, otherwise we're spending our admin points on that. The warning coming down does not do much good for us if we're capped out at aggressive expansion. So... Definitely thinking about influence next, guys. If we go ahead and look at the plutocratic combo, we have 100% force limit contribution from vassals, 10% decreased liberty desire. Ooh. Are you guys starting to see some of the plan, the genius plan? How are we gonna have accepted culture in all of Europe, lads? How are we going to do it? Dude, I should just chain my way out to the Teutonic Order and grab him as a vassal. Right? I should totally do that. Look at that sweet, sweet reconquest. We should totally do that. And guess who's going to help us against Poland? Let's totally do that. Looks like Pomerania is trying to pull that off right now, the same thing. Yeah, let's try to get out there. We should be able to get access through Poland, no problem, which means the navy issue isn't a big deal. Turn my maintenance down. Look how nice this is, guys. Alright. I should vote for this stuff, I forgot. Alright, construction and development cost reduction for the first reforming pass. Feels good. Feels good. 5%. Gotta be ready to piece this guy out. Yes. Get out of my life. I was gonna say, this is what it's like to be German, right? And be taking Germans. And, the Emperor's not demanding our lands. Of course, we've got the unrest reduction here. But if we can get our war exhaustion down a little bit and turn our maintenance on, sit on these provinces, they're barely even unhappy. Once we take this unrest, it's going to be even better. Sipping on my coffee. If there's ever a break like that, guys, it's usually me sipping on my coffee. So otherwise, we're basically sitting here until call for peace. That's the plan. Waiting for our aggressive expansion to tick down just a touch. Taking this for 10% less. That's what I'm talking about. Now, should I remove this? Yeah. Remove that, be even more economical. And we're making 7.9 ducats while maintaining advisors. That's pretty good. 0.24. That's going to be the best building for us to build. And I might go ahead. It shouldn't take too long. We're going to get a little bit of economic stimulus when we take, I think it's 20 ducats from Wolfsburg. Shouldn't take too long before we can build a market here in Ulm, and I will actually do that. Wow, look at this. We have greater influence than Hungary. That's madness. That's crazy. How is that even possible? I don't know, but he hasn't built marketplaces himself, clearly. Yep, definitely looking for the influence, aggressive expansion reduction here, guys, but also the relations, huh? You guys, can you foresee the future? Every single culture group, guys, we want to own all of Europe, and every single culture group has to be accepted. We're going to do it, it's our mission. 2 years' time, if our truce comes up here, that would be nice. Alright, let's take that. All the Teutons with the comeback. I guess, you know, the Livonian Order is helping him out. What rebels are these? Because they're going to be successful. Alright. They're just going to ruin his prestige even more, I think. Which is good. So. Want to do a claim here, claim here, claim here. No, we could just do the one into the Teutons. Great. We go claim here, claim here, claim here. Although, I suppose, Pomerania may have won the war by then. I don't know. He's currently got the capital, but he seems to be getting owned. You know what? It's a bad thing that he's getting owned. Yeah. If the Teutonic Order expands into his territory, then that would be quite unappealing. Inappropriate for what we have planned. I don't want to take a huge vassal. Yep, let's do a marketplace. This is a little bit of a golden era for us, isn't it, boys? 8.91. 8.91. Amazing. The beauty. Let's see what peace looks like here once I made this claim. Still too much of an issue. We're just going to be a little bit more patient on that one. Now, he should have truces. Yeah. So there's no hurry in that regard. Okay, loyalty gone with the burgers. Feels bad, man. Now, when can I take these points? 3 years. 4 years. Okay. Definitely going to be wanting those military points here. But we did a damn good job rushing that down, dude. Like, we've basically been a world leader in military tech, despite having almost entirely completed plutocratic ideas. Institution spread speed is going to be nice, and the burgers monthly loyalty is going to be nice. Both nice. It's a nice little bonus there. Alright, I reckon at the rate that we're making money, 0.11 is nice, especially because the autonomy here is still high, very high. That's going to become beautiful. Let's take another military candidate because this guy is bona fide bad. He's 36. Damn. We don't quite have much. Oh, nice little trait there as well. I think we're going to roll with this dude though. You know what? I probably want to rework him away from military. No, it definitely was a good call to roll a 4 as opposed to a 1. It definitely was. I mean, we're going to have no military points soon, and we're not that far ahead. But it is a little bit awkward, because I'm going to want a Diplo dude, and I'm going to be hesitant to... The thing is, guys, if I roll a Diplo dude as my next guy, and then boost him up so that we're doing really nicely to rush down influence, the issue is that he's probably going to be like 49 or something, you know? So it's awkward. Okay. Teutonic Order's now winning, without a doubt, but how is he not accepting the demands of these rebels? They have his whole country. How does that make sense? Come on, just chuck down a cheeky white piece or something like that. Well, there we go. Manpower recovery speed, 20%. Not bad. Not bad, for sure. That's a nice little bonus that we are definitely going to take advantage of ourselves. And this war's over. Excellent. Completing the Lower Swabia area. And I want to check... Wow, okay, well I learned something, guys. This modifier, it's not on the area. It's only on the area that you own. So, I learned that the hard way. I didn't realize that was the case. Maybe it will update next month. Let's check. Nope, doesn't. Still, this is such low development that we could chuck some cheeky development down there with ease, I suspect. Oh, they did white piece. Excellent. So if we can just keep this... Oh, no. Oh, and this fell to rebels even better because he's smaller. It's just the Livonian Order. I don't want to have to fight them. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Nice little event there. Okay, let's cancel our relations with him. Dissolve alliance with Ravensburg. No longer over our relation slots. Gonna have to wait a little bit longer on integrating Wolfsburg. I mean, the Livonian Order is poor. They shouldn't be able to recover their economy very quickly. Just give us a couple more months. Damn! We're rich, dude! We're so rich! Some of our money for sure can be from, war reparations, so it's 1.34, so that could go away. And then some of the trade would diminish because of the wars that we've won. But we seem to be just sort of straight up in the positive, which is pretty cool. Oh, okay, there it is. So, which one of these is larger? It doesn't matter, because I can't take them anyway. Alright. Here we go. We're going in. Now, aggressive expansion, of course, is going to be an issue. But I am interested to see, as they're so much further away, I'm interested to see how we fare here. We're going to be waiting, I'm sure. Ooh, it's nasty. It's real nasty. But it's going to be worth it. We'll have to wait on this war in a similar fashion, which is a little bit unpleasant. 0.1. So be it. Invest the money while we can. Alrighty, now it seems kind of futile making claims, quite frankly, guys, because our aggressive expansion is so high. This guy's literally got no troops because his life is rough. As soon as I get onto Poland, I want to cancel my access. Onto the, whatever the name is, the Teutonic Order, I want to cancel my access from Poland. So we're not over our diplomatic relations slots. We will be when we vassalize him, but it's going to be a while from now. It's going to be a while as we just sit here, hoping that our aggressive expansion basically resolves itself. This game's going really well, though. I can't believe we just randomly pulled Austria as an ally. That was huge. He had 10 relations and, you know, artificially low, despite us improving relations with him because of the fact that we refused to return territory that he deemed unlawful. But he went friendly. He went friendly. He just decided he wants to be our friend, and that's really lucky on us. Obviously, he's fairly powerful at this stage of the game with Hungary in a union, but moreover, damn it, I need to stand on those provinces once we siege these up. Yeah, we're just lucky. Just lucky. That was really the nice, lucky, the beautiful thing right there. You know what? Our war exhaustion should basically be 0 while we sit here because of this trait, which is really nice. We're going to wander off, and it's going to reduce back down to 0. So that's really nice. I like that. Aha! Ulm has a cardinal as well. You know what? I'm improving relations with Brunswick, because I was thinking about diplo-vassalizing him in the future, which is somewhat unrealistic. Let's do it with the Pope instead. Try to actually get some papal influence at some kind of significant rate here. Oh, it's any no longer the home of cardinal, I suppose. We have no active cardinals. Oh, okay, that's awkward. I thought we got a second cardinal, but we have none. Feels bad, man. Now, this is what I was worried about. We've got those nice building modifiers, and yet no buildings that are really worth building any longer. That's why it's nice often to put it off until you have a much larger nation. Oh well. Admin or Diplo? We'll actually spend admin points here. Yep. Some of these nations no longer transferring trade, which has a significant effect on our economy. Indeed. Indeed. So I'm wondering if we can get 0 unrest in both of these from stationing our troops. Yes, we can. Excellent. Feels real good, man. This war's obviously been 100%ed. It's just the aggressive expansion that we're worried about. Our... Oh! Poland's no longer allied to Lithuania, obviously Obviously, Poland was deterred enough to dishonor the call with Lithuania, and the Muscovites going in for the 1v1, crushing him. With this 1 and then 1 again in military, he most likely has just ticked up recently. That's my guess. The Muscovites probably had a big window there where he out-ticked him, which helped gain that initial advantage. Yay, there's a cardinal. In Ansbach, once again, it's interesting that it's not an Ulm, but it makes more sense now that Ansbach is so big. What a beautiful city we have here. Alright, so I think I will be taking... I will be taking this idea group for -5 as soon as I can. Dude, our power projection is diminishing for like the first time in a long time. Let's go ahead and actually insult. Should be doing some embargoes as well. Damn, dude, that's worse than I thought. I thought because it was out here, it wouldn't be so bad in terms of aggressive expansion, but it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Let's keep our power projection up, though. That's important. We're kind of not in that same sort of golden age that we have been in, as our epic rulers are a thing of the past, but our Republican tradition is getting all the way back up, so we're kind of boost this guy up a bit going into the future, and I might actually focus my Diplo points here, guys. I do intend to actually integrate Wurzburg as well, and we are briefly going to be over our relation slots. So what I'm going to do is basically, in fact, yeah, I'm just going to focus it now. I was going to say I'll wait to tick up here, but there's no hurry. We will tick up and we'll have more Diplo points at that stage to dump into influence, getting us closer to that 20% aggressive expansion impact. Maybe if we get a lucky event at some stage, which you can often get for like 10 or 20% aggressive expansion impact reduction, then we'll have, no! My Republican tradition. But you just gotta take those monarch points, that's what it's all about. Yeah, then maybe we can kind of utilize... We'll be at 30% reduction if we could get like 50%, something like that, because you do randomly get events. That would be real nice. But of course, we are going to start to go ham, guys. As we do increase our power, we are going to start to go ham. I love the fact that Poland looks more vulnerable. Boys, that's really good. Poland looks more vulnerable. Bohemia is basically geared to help us here. So if we could reconquest Reno, the Teutonic Order, into Poland, that would be a big move. A big move for minimal aggressive expansion being out here, but also reconquest. Our warning is now up with Austria. Oh, Holland accepts a link to ship. Cool. Well, with that being said, guys, that's actually going to be it for the episode. This one was definitely a little bit of a slower paced one, a little bit of a dud. Let's go ahead and take this for -5 and then start working on influence. Of course, working towards this policy, which I believe you can now take for free, right? Of Liberty Desire -10%, which is mostly a long-term kind of investment, but vassal force limit contributions 100%. I mean, that is going to have an impact as long as we have actual vassals, like we will. 100%. That's definitely an interesting one. But obviously influence has its perks, period, like this, and come from vassals. That's immediate small payoff for us. Yeah, really hope you guys enjoyed. I'm looking forward to this reputation here as well, and of course the unrest reduction, which we'll get if we continue to rush down this idea group. Going to go ahead and take some of these points as well. But that's going to be next episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.